I made a video yesterday about the 1 meal a day diet protocol that I've been employing in the last 3 weeks and the success that I've had with it so far, and that was all very good. And I was talking about some of the difficulties that I've experienced, such as the hunger pains and like not being able to alleviate boredom by eating, for example, and how those difficulties haven't proved to be quite as hard to surmount as I initially anticipated they would be. So that was good. But what I realised yesterday afternoon was that I've actually missed out the biggest difficulty probably in doing this particular diet, and that is pressure from friends and family. So I thought I'd make another quick video just to talk about that. So this is quite a big barrier potentially for success if friends and family start to push against this kind of thing. I mean, whenever anyone starts a new hobby or changes their lifestyle in some way, you're almost guaranteed to get a kind of skeptical reaction from the people around you. This has happened to me before. Like, I remember years ago when I joined a martial arts class, my friends were saying things like, well, no one's ever tried to start a fight with you, why do you need to learn this, but I think they were missing the point somewhat. But I've written down some like potential reactions that family or friends might give when they find out that you've adopted a kind of radical diet strategy such as this one. So they might say things like, I've never heard of anyone eating like this before. Now this is very DE, the kind of things that would may naturally appeal to a DE, or rather the kind of arguments that would give pause to a DE. But you're not fat. You can guarantee people will say that, because I mean, just looking at myself, you could argue, yes, I'm not fat, but that doesn't mean that I don't have some excess body fat that I've decided that I want to lose. And I've decided that for myself. And I just have to kind of resist the social pressure. And it's nice to be told that I'm not fat. And on the spectrum, you could say that I'm not, compared to some people. But still, there's more fat there around my belly than I would like, and I'm taking steps to reduce that. And this is how eating disorders start. That's the kind of thing I can expect to hear, I think. And also this, more specifically, if I was with my family and they were all eating at lunchtime, for example, it's going to be very difficult for me to resist the temptation to join them, especially if they say, oh, just come on, just sit down with us and have a bite to eat. Just doing it once, just have one meal with us now. That won't do you any harm. That's likely to come up, even though the problem with that, it's true that just eating once won't cause a problem, but if it breaks the habit, then it could lead to, well, I ate lunch yesterday, didn't do me any harm, why don't I just eat lunch again today? And then the habit's been broken, and you're then potentially facing eating. What if you get back into eating lunch every day and then you have to make an extra effort to then get back to just eating once a day? And it's like a domino effect, if you like. So how am I going to counter this? Well, I'm just going to have to be strong and resist the temptation and remember why I'm doing this. The fact that I'm doing it for myself. I'm primarily not doing it for other people. I've got to kind of value that as a reason, as a motivation, that I'm doing it for myself, and just avoid arguments. Don't try to hit people dead on with facts and reasons. Just kind of be polite, but it's probably best to just say, maybe give one or two reasons, but don't be too confrontational about it. And just, it's better to say, well, maybe I just don't want to talk about it, and kind of try and sidestep issues like that, and change the topic, perhaps, if necessary. Okay, so that's basically the addendum that I wanted to make.